Welcome everyone to part 25 of the Haunt Insider. A couple of these haunts in this episode come thanks to a few fellow YouTube haunters, so I will give shout outs to both of them. And hope you're ready, because here we go. Our first haunt is located on the YouTube channel sfcpowers, and it is the Powers Yard Haunt. They have two videos up on their channel, one for their 2010 haunt and one for 2011. They only have 5 subscribers. I have to give a shout out to MFENSKE78. I didn't want to try to pronounce that and screw that up. But thank you for mentioning this haunt to me, and it is really awesome. So go subscribe to MFENSKE78 also, if you're not already. Back to the Powers haunt. They have a really cool scarecrow prop, and I know I always point out scarecrow props, but this one is really high off the ground, and it's the first thing that caught my attention. It's right at the beginning of their 2011 video, and that's the little clip I'm going to show you right now. Check out the height on this guy. He is well over 15 feet at the top of that pole, and he's just, I love how it's sort of a hunched over menacing, looks like it maybe has a skull face to it and got some corn stalks at the bottom of it. Very cool scarecrow. Speaking of corn stalks, in their 2010 video they have corn stalks going all across the front and the side of their house up until their garage. It looks fantastic. I love when haunts mix in natural elements like corn stalks or dead trees and moss. It just kind of brings it to life even more. And I really like when they mix in like the props in between scenery parts like that. It gives it a more natural feel. In 2011, they took away the corn stalks and they added an entire fake facade wall. Looks like a fake stone wall, and there's some archways cut into it for different props. They had a flying crank ghost in one of them, and it's just a massive construction of a fake wall that they did. They do have a garage haunt also in both 2010 and 11. In the 2010 video, there's footage of the actual actors in the haunt, like scaring people and people going through. 2011 one, the footage is of no actors in there, but there are some pictures afterwards of the actors, and just from the pictures you can tell that they sort of went for a little bit more of an extreme, more blood and gore theme in 2011. Than the 2010 video shows. There are store-bought props basically make up a lot of their haunt. They do have, looks like, some handmade stuff, but it's a really well done. The store-bought stuff is sort of either dressed up sometimes or mixed in the scene so well that you don't just stand there and go, oh look, they just went out and bought a bunch of props from their local Spirit or Party City or whatever. They did a good job of setting it in scenes, and that is the #1 key thing. Is it doesn't matter what the prop is, if you made it yourself or wherever you got it, it just depends on how well you can place it and make people sort of be drawn into it in that environment. And they did a good job both in the yard haunt part and in the garage haunt. You can definitely tell they put a lot of work into the garage haunt. And a lot of good scare pop-out spots and stuff. There's also a really cool coffin prop in the 2011 video. It actually shows the prop lunging forward with its arms out, and I don't remember it doing that in the 2010. Maybe it was broken that year or something was up, but anywho, sfcpowers is the channel name, and it's the Powers Yard Haunt. Go subscribe to them. Up next, we have Nightchills Manor, and it's on the YouTube channel Haunting 101. They have only 11 subscribers, and they have 22 Halloween videos. So they only have one subscriber for every half of a video they've put up, so that's stupid. This channel has a lot going on. It has haunt videos from 2009, 2010. They have a Fear Crafters haunt club that they do, and there's videos up from their make and takes and meetings of that. They also do prop builders classes. The wife and husband, I guess, that run the channel. There was a news clip even done for them where the news guy went out and basically did the class that they were putting on. It looks like they were sort of making their own corpse skeletons and dressing them up and stuff during the class. the little clip I got to show is of a fucking awesome costume, and just the way that it's presented and it comes out in the haunt. It's of a white Sasquatch with like a rotted face. It's absolutely fantastic. Me being the Scottsquatch, of course I gotta show you that. So here is that. Now I'm going ahead and calling it a white Sasquatch or Yeti, just because what else are you gonna call that? I ain't gonna call it a white gorilla. But I just love that it has its own little archway it comes out of. It's like eating on some body parts, the strobe lights going crazy. That's awesome. That is totally, totally my type of costume. They have a really great house for haunting. They have an awesome front porch. They did a spider web across the whole front of it. Bunch of giant spiders and leaves and crap all stuck into it. Looks really cool. On the upper story of their house, second story, they do ghost projections on the house of them flying around. They have, in the 2009 video, there's some really great LED lighting, I'm pretty sure it's LED lighting, shown on these really nice full-bodied skeletons in their yard and up on the porch. Just the way they're lit and posed is fantastic. It literally, like, just to me, like, it screamed Halloween. I was like, oh my god, it just stood out so much of how well they were lit and glowing. They do have a couple websites. They have one for called haunting101.com, and then there's one for their Fear Crafters Haunt Club called fearcrafters.com. Go check those out. Subscribe to them. Haunting 101 is the channel, and it's the Nightchills Manor. Woo! And last but certainly not least is the YouTube channel Industen. Now, Dave, Pandemic Cemetery, about a week and a half ago, put up a Dead with Dave video that showed Industen's props that he builds. He does fantastic animated pneumatic props, and I'm going to cover more of the haunt aspect of Industen's channel since Dave already talked about the props, but wanted to give a shout out. Thank you, Dave, for showing me it, and if you don't know who Dave is, go check out Pandemic Cemetery, and he does a show every week, 2 weeks or so, called Dead with Dave, and the difference between our two shows is his has a bunch of cool animated props and like a whole scene and a set that he does his show on. I do mine in front of my video game systems and toys, so different production value going on between the two of us. But yeah, thank you, Dave. Go check him out. Now, Industen's channel has 24 videos on it, all Halloween. There's haunt video for 2010 and 2011. 2011 is a daytime walkthrough, and 2010 is a nighttime. Obviously, watch both of them, but I definitely say watch 2010 for sure. It's posted earlier on his channel. It's like the third video he ever put up, but it's definitely showcases his props better in his yard. Like most haunts do at nighttime with, you know, the proper lighting. And the best little clip that I saw from the 2010 night video is of 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4 animated props all going off at the same time in one shot, basically. And just the sound of all these pneumatic props going off is awesome. So there's like 3 Casa Fear style groundbreakers, and then there's a vampire woman in a coffin who's bashing around. So here's that little clip. There's the vampire chick in the coffin banging around. Now the camera's going to pan down for a second, but when it comes back up, you can see that one groundbreaker jumping around, and then we got one in the bottom part of the screen, and there's one up here that his arms just flailing around, but that clacking sounds crazy. Some other cool props that he has are a spinning Ouija board. It's in the night video of 2010, and I missed it the first time I watched it, and the second time I was like, what the hell is that? And it's a board facing you, spinning in circles. It's really cool looking. He has a green laser vortex. There's also, it's kind of hard to see in the night video, but there's a, looks like a big piece of wood in the driveway with a corpse chained to it flailing around. Now, he hasn't posted any videos in the last 7 months, and there is no 2011 video. So what I'm hoping is maybe with me doing a little Haunt Insider on him and Dave doing the prop shout-out in his Dead with Dave video, that Industen will put up some new videos, or at least, you know, comment back on you guys commenting on his stuff. So definitely go subscribe to him, leave him some comments, some fantastic props, and some really unique ones too. And its YouTube channel is Industen. thank you guys. This wraps up another fantastic episode of Haunt Insider. I'm doing a lot of jazz hands, talking with my hands in this episode. But subscribe to moi and give this video some hard thumbing, and keep watching. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.